Today we're going to be analyzing GBP, JPY. So this analysis will be doing it from the Tradingview mobile. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So here we can see the chart for the GBP, JPY in the daily time frame. So from this, we're gonna have to find our daily high and our daily low. So basically not actually the daily high, but where is our highest point of the day, and where uh, the overall highest point of the day and the overall lowest point of the day. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So here we can say we see this from this is our highest point of the day. The market went all the way from here to this low here. So basically we're gonna start from there. So we start from here, we put a line there, and then where is our lowest point? This is our lowest point. So basically the market has been moving within this range here, within, or from this range from here all the way down. So now it is at the center here there. So we have to look what is the market is doing within this range. So we can also try to draw another daily high and another daily low. So in this case we also have a daily high here. So let me not say a daily high, let me say overall daily high. So we can say this is our overall daily high. The first one is here, the second one is here. So now what is our overall daily low? We can also use this, but it's too much close to this one, so I don't see it as much as effective as this one. So I think we can just use this one. So but this one, or definitely we can still use it. In this case, let's put another line there, another line there, and then we put another line there, just like that. So what do we have now? What do we have? What is the trend? You also have to look at the trend. What is the trend? So the trend has been going down. The trend has been going down just like that. And then eventually the trend started shifting to the upside. So how did we notice that it shifted to the upside? Because you can tell that the trend was just moving all the way down, all the way down. And eventually from this point here, it just started to go back, pull back to that area, and went all the way back up. So what happened again? You see, from this level here, from this low, we created a higher low. And then again, since we failed to break this high here, we made another low here. We made we the market failed to break this high again, and then it created another low. And then eventually what happened, it tried to come back and pull back so that it can come back to retest something here, but eventually it did what? It really broke that level there. So this level here. So what does that tell us? It tells us that the market now has shifted to the upside. Now it's doing that. It's an uptrend. So why? Because now we have a lower low, lower high, lower high. And then we also have broken a high there. You see that? So if we go to the lower time frame, if we go to the lower time frame, we can see a nice bullish trend going to the upside with the chart. If you look at the chart, so um, right now I just want to clear something before we go to the lower time frame. So now, okay, if you check, we don't really have to go all the way back trying to figure out what's going to happen or what's happening with the market, because uh, going back also affects our results. um, Going back too much back, let me say too much back, going back too much, it will affect your results. You will think, for example, you'll think this area here might be respected in the future, and then again, if you go back again, you have this area here. You will think this area will be respected in the future. You think that area will be respected. All these things here are like like I say, they will affect our results. So if you check now, you might think the area is respected here. From here, this is the low, and then you think maybe it will be respected here. So the thing is, with going back to the uh, history too much, it will affect your daily trading style, because what happened way back in the days, it might not happen again. And remember, the market uh, used to move in a certain way, that it uses the support and resistance. Like, for example, I think I can just try to draw something here. The market might, okay, the market might do what, break, like move like that, go down. This is not the drawing tool that I was looking for. Okay, let me remove that. So this is the one. So the market was moving in this case. Let me just let me just okay. Let me draw on a blank area. So the market used to move like how? So back in the days, the market used to move like uptrend, um, pullback, uptrend. I can say it's a rally and a base and a rally. And then back in the days, guys, back in the days, the market most of the time will come and retest this area here. It will come and retest this area like that. This it was a resistance, which is still a resistance. And then in back in the day, it was the market going out all the way up, breaking the resistance here, and then pulling back to the same area where it broke. And then what it does, it pulls back like that. It was just moving like that, easy like that. That is why we developed a support and resistance strategies, those kind of things. And then it was moving how, and then it breaks this area here where it formed a resistance. It breaks it, and then where does it go? It comes back to the same level there, and then it pulls back just like that, just like that. So in this case, it was easy for the market to just move like that. So these days, guys, these days, it's not always the case that the market moves like this. So with me saying this is that I'm trying to emphasize the fact that um, the history of the market back in the days was really followed like in the future, because in this case, you see the resistance here, it becomes a support, and then the resistance here becomes a support. Like, you can go all the way back and then you find the same thing. But in this case, these days, guys, the market is no longer moving the same way. And if you check the pattern the pattern how the market moves these days, it's like this. Let me remove all this and try to explain how the market moves like these days. So the market still doing the ups and downs moves and stuff, the uptrend and the downtrend. So it moves like this, it goes all the way. Let me just do something like this. Go also all the way up, come back all the way up, and then comes back, make something like this. I'm just trying to create something that it breaks, comes back like that, and then eventually the market, in most cases, it respects coming back to this area rather than this area here. So rather than this market pulling back, continuing its trend from this level, where is the same as the resistance level, where we could, in the past, we called it resistance and becomes support. So in most cases these days, it's no longer holding. Sometimes it holds, sometimes it doesn't. So in this case, the market nowadays, it moves and finds something there just after the break of this resistance. It can find something there and pulls back from it, and it can also go all the way down here and find something there and then pulls back like this. It can come to this area, and then if you see the market just trying to pull back, moving back all the way up like that, nicely, and like that. Sometimes it can just create a line from this area just to pull back like that way faster. So, and then you see the market not breaking this, coming back, doing some moves. Okay, doing some moves from here, doing some moves, coming back, and then breaking the area like that. So this is how just the market moves these days, guys. Like, it moves in a certain way that um, you cannot just say it respects the resistance, and the resistance becomes support. No, uh, there's this thing called like candlesticks here, called like supply demand, like just like that. So in this case, now we can say that the market moves from a supply to a demand, or from a demand to supply. So this area here, from this area here, the market moves from, when the market moves from this area, we can highlight where the market moved from, like that, anticipating that the market will come back to where, if the market is at this level, or up here, we can anticipate that the market will come back to this area. This area is called a demand area, where we have a lot of orders filled these days in the market, and then thus making what the market to pull back all the way, continuing with the trend like that. So there's this thing, demand, and there's also a supply. So I'll show you supply later on, but let's just start with the demand area. So let me remove that. Let me remove all this and try to draw the market, how the market moves um, uh, these days. So okay, so what we have these days is that, okay, the market moves, creates an up move like that, comes back down, moves like that, uh, it creates a move like that, and then it breaks this resistance. I'm just trying to create something here. um so I think I can say, so yeah, now the market is all the way up here. It broke this, it's all the way up here. So what do we have in that area? We have something here, which was the market respecting back in the days, where it becomes a support, going all the way up. So now we're going to be talking about the demand area. Like I said, the demand area is a place where the orders are more there to be filled, or where the most traders place their trades. And I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but the more there is a place where the trades, more orders are filled, like where the market is likely to pull back to, and then and finds the orders, and then pulls back all the way up. So in this case, now the market will come back to this area. I'll just indicate it with a full straight line like that. It will come to this area, okay? And when it comes to that area, we have to draw what to indicate. We have to indicate what the market is looking for. So we'll indicate it with a rectangle. Sorry, with a rectangle like that. You see, just like that. So the market moves from this broken area all the way up, and it comes back to what? To this area here. This is a demand area. You can also call it a order block, but this is a demand area. So from this here, you find that the market, what it does now, it moves from here and continues going all the way up like that. That is how the market moves in this day. So you have to look for something here, a demand within an area where that the resistance was broken. See, this is the resistance here. It was broken. So after the resistance was broken, you find that you have something like this. This is a small demand area, yes, but in most cases, the market doesn't respect this small demand area. It respects the one at this level area. So we'll dive deeper on that some other time, because this time around, I just want to emphasize a lot on the demand area and how the market moves in these days. So from this area, you find that, okay, the market comes and tests this area sometimes. Okay, let me just try to indicate it like this. You find that the market moves like this. It comes to this area, but sometimes you find that the market doesn't really do what? Pull back, like just flying away from the area. It creates something like this. It happens, guys, it happens. So you find that the market just moves like this, and then boom, you see the market moving back to that area slowly like that, slowly like that, or you don't know what's going on. So the market is still trying to retest the area again. It still tries to retest the area again, and it also goes with the time frame that you're using. For example, if this is a 4-hour time frame, all this is happening in the 4-hour time frame, and then if you go in the lower time frame, like 15 minutes time frame, you'll find that the market is within this area, it's creating the same setup. You see the same setup, the whole of this here is still creating the same setup that it wants to respect, so that it can move all the way back up like that. You see the market starting to move all the way up like that. All the way up like that. You see the market moving up like that. So why does that happen? So we can say that the market found a demand area, but that demand area is too big. Like, for example, I said, it's, if you imagine this is in the 4 hours, so that demand area is too big to a point that the market can start to pull back just like that, or going up like that. But it creates what? Within this area here, within this area where it just pulled back to, within this area, it start to create the same setup like this in the lower time frame, where it wants to do what? To pull back from, to move away from, to find a demand area within that 15 minutes, so that it can pull back up like that. I hope you understand, I hope you understand that. So let's go to the charts now. I want to create this I want you to understand this using the charts, because explaining with them with this, you might not understand it. So look at this now. Okay, we have indicated all that. So now we have to look at whatever that I was explaining. We created that. We know we are within the range and stuff. So now if you check, guys, we are on the daily time frame now. So if you check, we are on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, you see the market, what it created. It went all the way from here went up, pulled back, went up. It broke the what? It broke this, and then pulled back, and then it went up just like that. So remember, this is daily time frame. If we zoom in, this is daily time frame, guys. So you see what I was explaining here. Okay, let me try to use this. So it moved from here all the way up here, and then it went back down here. And then what happened? When it came back to this area again, it did what? It broke that area. It broke this area. So if I can put a line, if I can put a line, um, if I can put a line like this, let me just use this one. So I want to indicate where it just broke, so that you can see that the market really broke this area and went all the way up. So if you check here, guys, check here, check here. The market pulled way up than this high here. See, this is a high, but when it came back to this, it didn't really pull back from the same high as this one. It went all the way up, breaking the area, and then it came back down like that. And then what happened again? It did what? It came back to do what? To break this area all the way up. So if you are if you see you have seen the market while it was here in this area. So what you have to do, what you have to do, okay, let me delete that. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame, because the 4 hour time frame will help us a lot in finding the setups. So okay, let me just indicate where I was talking about. So this was the area here, and then it got broken like that, went down, and then it the market broke the area again. And then now the area where I was saying, when the market, if you've seen the market here, and then you see the market coming back all the way down like that. So where is the area where you can find the demand? That's the question. So in this case, remember, remember, what were we looking for? Looking for something like this. Looking for something like this. We're looking for up. Come on, what's going on? We're looking for something like this. Up move, pull back, and then we have to have something like this, which creates our demand area, and then up move like that. So here, the market is up here. So you have to find a demand area here, where your market, you believe that the market will do what? Will come back and retest that area. So in this case right now, from this area here, you have to see the market doing what? Going up all the way up like that. See? So this is just how the demand is. So the demand is looking like that. That's the demand. Sometimes you can find the demand all the way down there, like where the market just pulled. You can find the demand, like a lot of demands in the area. So sometimes you can find the demand here in the middle, just like that. So you can find the demand in that area. So it doesn't really matter, as long as you find the demand area. So the perfect demand area so far that I'm trying to explain is this one. So if you look at the market right now, the market went all the way up from here, and then it created that. So remember, this is 4 hours. You might think the candlestick are just is small. So this is 4 hours, guys. This is a 4 hours time frame. So what happened? Now we have to look forward. That resistance, which is this one, it just got broken. The area of resistance that just broken is this one. If you see that, you can see that. That's the area where the market is just broken. It broke that. You see, with that candlestick there. So after breaking, look at this. Look at this. This is the resistance that we drew here. I want to explain while using all this from the charts and the diagram. So the area that is just broken is this one. You see, it's the same, right? Okay. The area that is just broken is this one, and look at that. The area that is just broken is this one. It got broken here, and it also broken here. You see, from the diagram and the area. That is just how I was explaining before I drew this diagram here. So what do you have to find? You see, the market is all the way up here. Like I said here, the market is all the way up here. So you have to find a demand area within this range from here before the market is just broken. So you have to find a demand area. So here in our case, we have demand areas, two demand areas. We have the first demand area here. See, we can highlight the demand area using a candlestick. It doesn't matter how you highlight your demand area. We have that demand area, and we also have what? This demand area here. You have to be flexible with the time frames, guys. You have to be flexible with the time frames. You don't use you don't just use one time frame and say this works in time frame. No, the time frames are working, all of them. You combine all of the time frame. So you can also find whatever that I'm explaining here in the 1 minute time frame. You can also find it in the 15 minutes time frame, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 8 hours. You can find this. So in this case, we're just using 4 hours. This is the popular one. So from this area, we have a demand area here, and we also have a demand area here. Look what the market did. Look what the market did here. There was a demand area here, and there was a demand area here. So the market decided to use the demand area here and pull back all the way up like that. You see, if you caught the entry here, you could have made that much. Probably most of the time, when you find a demand area like this, the target area becomes this area here. You see that area there? That's the target area. So that's most of the time. But if you that person who likes to hold trades way longer and trailing them until it start pulling back, you could have caught all that. So what I was trying to explain is that the market found the demand area from this area here, and there was a demand area all the way down here as well. Like I said, you can find the demand area from here, as long as the demand area is not above where the market is just broken. So you see, all the demand areas are below where the resistance, where the market is just broken. So there's a certain way to find a perfect demand area using the Fibonacci. So I'll do another video using that, showing you that. So for now, we'll just have to focus that the market moves in a certain way that it breaks and pull back, and then it finds a resistance and then it breaks, and then after breaking, it has to find a demand area where it can pull back to, and then go all the way in that direction. I hope you understand that, guys. So one thing you should remember, guys, is that the market just doesn't just move. You don't just find these things or anywhere else. You have to check the trend, guys. Remember, you have to check the trend. The trend is up. If you check the trend is moving up like that, you have to find a perfect trend like this. You find a trend where the market is just moving all the way up, or maybe in your case, you might find a market that is moving or in a downward direction like that. So in this case, we found that the GBP JPY was moving all the way up like that. It was moving all the way up like that. So if we call the trade here, so what another trade that where is the another trade that we can find in this case if we were to continue. I don't want to make this video long, so but okay, let me just try to find let me do this. Okay, let me do this, remove all the drawings. And okay, remember we have this resistance being broken. You always have to highlight the broken areas of the resistance. You have that. We also have this